the day.
Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started.
And off we go from uptown Charlotte.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Young. He finds his man, complete. That's Briggs. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
This defense for the Niners, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Nick Bosa in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Here's the Panthers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
In last week's game for Kittle, there are the numbers. 5 catches,
65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On third down, they're going to run for it here.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. Ayuk going to go in motion right.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season.
And the Niners will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Young. He finds his man, complete. It's Briggs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Up the middle they go.
Thornton. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Nick Bosa. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Young now. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Play action. Now Purdy.
He's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 16. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Ready. 52 blue.
Looking to throw. Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes our score 17-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
did.
you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Young on first down.
Got his man. It's Thornton.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw again. Young. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Briggs. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Young to throw it.
Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down. Young. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
It'll be Young again. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
The ball on the 8 still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7.
Young will set to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Throwing, Young.
Completes this one to Thornton.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And his kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. That is caught. They'll have the 1st down and more than that.
A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
2nd and 10. Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
The extra point try now for Moody.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this 1st half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. A first down throw for Young.
On the slant, he'll get it to Jones.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Young looks to throw on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Briggs. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. So past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. 104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
To the 27-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
They work now on 2nd and 9. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy.
His throw caught at about the 5.
And the 49ers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 3.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He finds his man, complete. That's Barber. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or 2 short. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Young to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 9.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Drill, 52. We got this. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Watch the pass. Ready, go.
To throw, Young. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Panthers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. 114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Purdy off the play fake.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
They go play action here. Purdy.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
Flushed out right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Moody good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Young working out of the gun.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On first down, it's Thornton, and he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now a second down throw for Young. He finds his man, complete. It's Thornton. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's Young on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
Young on 3rd down.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner, and the 49ers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.